and Tommi.
Hello again.
And I'm so sorry that we are late today. We had some technical issues, but I'm glad that you guys joined us to talk about creativity and more also about Photoshop. So many things that these handsome guys are going to talk to us about, And Jayson, I think by now you guys have met him like through the show. And Tommi is the new guy, but not really new because we know him. He has been behind the stage, the backstage guy. And I'm really happy that he's here today to talk about his life. not your life anyway.
But secret of his life. Yeah.
Anyway, Tommi has been, since I came before the show, Tommi has been like telling me that he wanted me to sing especially for you. I don't know why.
Yeah, I have been wanting for you to do it for a long time.
But I have this. If I sing for Tommi alone, it's gonna be kind of like maybe partiality. So I can do a combined since we have combination of Photoshoppers.
So it's the Photoshopper theme song.
The Photoshoppers theme song.
Yes.
So
this is what you should listen whenever you Photoshop.
This is what you should listen to. Don't, but you might make the mistake while it's Photoshopping.
It will spark your creativity.
Okay. Now, I have to do it again. Don't laugh at me, please. It's not easy to sing. Singing is it's a challenge.
We can.
Okay. Now let me take it again.
Maybe you should do warm up for your vocal cords.
Tommi, you are welcome to the Beckham Show. Tommi.
Okay.
Tommi, is it good? Can you sleep at night if I sing this song to you?
You feel like you're in heaven now.
Jayson, do you want to sing for you or it's
Of
okay?
course.
Jayson, why you can say it's okay? Can you see how I'm sweating? You think it's easy to sing?
Of course.
Okay, okay. He's the big guy of Tampere. Come on, that's a good one. I got it.
Yeah.
Anyway, viewers, thanks. Oh, you see, let me clap myself. Viewers, I'm so happy that you guys are still with me. Today we are going to talk so much about Tommi first. Tommi, he has been behind the stage. Like now he has his own opportunity to talk more about himself. So Tommi, can you talk to our viewers more about what you do?
Well, most of my days goes here helping you build your own empire, and when I have free time, if I have, then I'll mostly do photographing and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, Tommi is helping build my empire. Wow, that's gonna be great. And do you think the empire is gonna be like the best empire ever created?
I really hope so. Yeah.
Okay, Jayson. What are you up to these days since the last show?
Let me tell you,
Yeah,
lots of that happened.
It has been like 2 years.
What I'm up to these days. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Not so much happened in the last 2 weeks, so.
Okay. So you just playing around the place.
I'm playing shit around the place, yeah.
And we have created quite a lot of stuff together.
Okay. So Tommi, last time I was with Jayson here, and Jayson elaborated to us more about Photoshop. But I believe you are also in the field of Photoshop and also other stuff that we're going to discuss here. So can you also tell our viewers a little bit about Photoshop and what inspired you so much to become in this part of life, to take this trend in life, to become a Photoshopper, to shop things?
Well, I don't have that much experience with Photoshop because I don't use it. I'm more of a basic guy. I'll just try to create everything myself. And the Photoshop as a tool is not, at least till now, hasn't been like anything that I use that often.
Okay.
So,
He's the in-camera guy.
yeah.
The in-camera guy.
Yeah.
I was going through your profile. I saw that you are adding values to companies through kind of blogging something. You're writing a blog, kind of.
Yeah,
like,
we have.
so
I have
about
been
that?
writing a blog about photography.
Okay.
And, now it has been a little bit silent for a couple of months because of all these other projects, but hopefully I will start it soon again to start writing again.
So what are you writing about Photoshop? I mean, is this kind of like what are you writing about?
In blog.
Specific? Like, is it everything, or do you have a specific topic about
In
it?
blog, it's all about basically about photographing, what you can get out of it, what you to focus on photographing, and it's kind of like on a base level.
Okay.
What you want to get out of the whole process of photographing.
Okay. Is it like is it a package for individuals or like companies?
No, it's more for individuals.
Okay.
But we are also planning to do something like product photography tips and something like that you can also implement to business life as well.
Okay.
But now it has been more like on a base level.
You mentioned it was dead before. I mean, as it like, are you starting with it now? Are you going on with the process again?
Yeah, I'm hoping that now that I have enough time to do it, hopefully, I will continue writing more and more and make it more active.
So basically, what are you up to now? Like now, these days? Like, what are you up to?
Well, most of my days goes here, building and creating stuff here, and now I have been quite active with Jayson. We have been trying to do some video projects, and now we have a couple of kind of bigger projects coming in the summer, which I don't discuss about yet.
Okay.
But they're going to be, at least for us, they're going to be quite good opportunities, and yeah.
Viewers, this is the Beton Talk Show, and today we have Jayson and Tommi, and they are the big guys. I call them the big guys.
Big guys.
Not Jayson and Tommi. Jayson and Tommi. Even though to me they look like twins. They look like twins. Anyway, I'm glad you guys are with us today. And Jayson, I see you are really really active. Your mind is like kicking.
Right now.
It's like you want to give our viewers so much. You want to like. Can you tell a little bit about the various tools out there that viewers can? Because last time you mentioned about some software, editing software that viewers can, if say they want to engage in Photoshop, or maybe like they want to edit videos, or I don't know, something like that. You know more about that, so can you like enlighten?
Yeah, because I talk a lot about like what software people can use, and especially also free software. So of course I can mention a couple of them because I use basically a lot of Photoshop and Lightroom for editing my photos, but this is all cost money monthly, so it's maybe not the best solution, but especially when you're starting out or don't have the money, it's like there's quite a lot of different things you can do, like either way editing from your phone or tablet, and there's like plenty of free apps like for filming, for example Kinetic, I think it's called. Kinetic, and it's basically for Android. It also works on iOS, but iOS has basically iMovie that comes with everything included, so like when you buy iPhone or iPad or whatever, so it's quite decent, simple software where you can
And
just
there's
do some
also
editing.
good options for iOS devices as well.
Oh, yes,
For
definitely.
quite cheap.
Okay.
And of course there's always the money version, like there's Luma Fusion. It's a really good video editing program, for example, for the iPad. It's like I use this a lot. Then you get all the Photoshop apps actually. It's like a lot of different small apps that can do stuff on the iPhone or iPad and computer. You have GIMP out there that works for both platforms. That is for free. Inkscape, which which is a vector 2 space. So it's like a bit like Illustrator, Adobe. So there's plenty of it. I think also if there's more interest or like of that, just write it in the comments or something. We can go more into details about that and maybe make in-depth tutorial or something about that.
And viewers, I'm very sorry. Last I mentioned before that we had technical issues. Jayson really had a lot of package to show on the screen. Yeah, this show we really want to make it better that you guys can have everything. But we're gonna do our best the next time to make sure that we have something that when we are talking you can see on the screen, and you guys can be engaged in it, and also take some notes of it or take screenshot. But we promise you guys, I promise you guys that it's gonna be fine in the future. And as Jayson mentioned about the various tools out there, Jayson, I believe you are working on something kind of like more of photos. You're doing video editing also. And,
yes, I do video and photo editing.
Yeah. Yes. And YouTube, kind of like Premiere, they call it the first telling Facebook story or Instagram YouTube story, tell your followers or your viewers what you're about to talk about, you do all those things, even Instagram followers and Facebook. So can you talk more about that? Also, is there a possibility for someone to who really want to do a professional video footage of what they are all about, on YouTube, Facebook?
What you mean, the software?
I mean, if, for example, I might not everyone might have that ability to use the software. Not everyone have that experience, but they will want someone to do it for them. Can you give your services for that?
Oh, of course, definitely. I can give my service. Of course, I can. If you have ideas or if you have footage or you want something filmed, you don't have the gear, whatever. Of course, you always can contact me on the jaysonronde.com. And just the Hollywood guy. He's the Hollywood guy, right? Your question is, and then we can see and figure something out. If we can come together and work together. So that is always for everything, basically question photography, videography. Definitely.
If you want to also learn German, you can
German language.
He's a German.
Everything goes.
Guten Morgen.
Yeah, good. Oh, hey.
Guten Tag. I can speak German.
Yeah, learn.
Willkommen in der Betonshow.
Tommi.
Yeah.
You have been silent for a while now.
Well, you have.
What are you thinking about?
Tommi.
I have been listening your conversation with Jayson.
What are you thinking about right now?
Just things that you guys were talking about.
I see you are engaged in the backstage. You love being behind, doing everything perfect. You want everything to come out in a way that the view, everything you have in backstage. Can you tell us more about what you do, starting a studio, what is it all about starting a studio? You see my first video, you were there, you helped. And the first video and now, what experience? I mean, how has this been inspiring you or impacting you?
Yeah, it has been quite eye-opening. It's funny to try all the different stuff, and I like the attitude that we have, because nobody is not afraid of anything. That if we want to try something, then we can try to make it happen, and if it doesn't happen, we can try it next week. And it has been quite nice project, and I think Jayson has lots of great ideas that we implement to this show.
I call him the designer. He always has design for something. Before I thought designer was only for clothes, but I see that in video editing there's design also. He made me to understand that there's design in everything. He designed stuff that I don't know how come. I mean, it's like designing is streaming in your brain and in your bloodstream.
Yeah, it runs through me.
So talking about designing and videos and stuff, I see you have much experience about the kind of tools that people need to get in order to to stream or to start their own studio of their own. you know, what does it take, like, for someone who wants to begin now, like, doing this kind of like a talk show like this, or maybe their own personal video at home, you know, like their own, starting their own YouTube channel? What are the things that they need to buy, you know?
Can I say?
Okay, you can also.
You can also say,
But if you say, you can say no.
no. Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to him.
No.
If he's lying.
No, go ahead.
No, but to be completely honest, it's like, of course, you need some type of camera.
Okay.
But it's completely up to you and your creativity.
Maybe you can try to sketch us.
Yeah, but nowadays everybody has basically a camera, that you have a smartphone that is capable of shooting video, and that's about it. What you need to start it, and you can, like, I think we are the quite perfect example.
Yeah.
First we had just a camera, and the footage was like not that good.
It was like a graveyard.
Yeah, and then we wanted to have a little bit lighting. Then we got a little bit lighting, and step by step we build it up. But I think nowadays problem is that, yeah, people want to have everything, and it's, in a way, it's not a bad thing, but they stress about everything, that they need to have this and this and this and this before I can start this. When it actually it's all about up to you, how you can overcome the obstacles.
Okay.
Like, for example, if you need lighting, go in front of the window instead of using something poor light in your bathroom or something like that.
Or you can light the fire and go under the fire. Light the fire somewhere. And
you can do that, but if you want to have good lighting, I wouldn't probably do that. But it depends. If you want to do outdoor video, then it's fine.
Please don't go and use your TV screen to stream live, because it's not going to be good. We're talking about lighting, you know. So what lighting are you talking about? Is it kind of like any lights?
Well, let's say that the ceiling roof lights, for example, like halogen. Is it halogen?
Mm.
Those are pretty bad. But for like LEDs, which has quite, let's say that if you have the more natural light you have, the better. It's all about that.
Okay.
For example, you don't actually need to buy all this expensive lighting if you have time in daytime. For example, I think always the best light is the natural light that comes through your window. It's always the best.
That means people in Finland consume expensive light so much because they don't have light in Finland.
It's quite hard at the moment, but if there's a day that there's like sun is shining and stuff like that,
maybe you can fly to Paris and do your show and come back.
And I would, what I would,
have the money, yeah.
I would add something, because I think that's true that you can use daylight, but even everybody has small desk lamps or something in your house,
Yeah.
and these days you can buy for €3 or €4 these LED lamps
Yeah.
that you just screw in, and they will give you also, like, you know, you don't have any flicker in your video going on, and you can use them. Just be creative and place them wherever, like. So
Yeah.
I think it's even possible with not buying anything expensive to do it, like wherever you want to and create something.
Yeah, you said the
Anytime.
keyword to be creative.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. And I feel like that it's more funnier when you don't have everything ready. It's funnier to try to create stuff and like overcome those obstacles.
At
Just
least
like
for
if-
the beginning, because you learn to
Yeah.
that process, you will learn and understand so much more
Yeah.
about actually how to use the gear, how to use everything, like, and then you step up, like, and can see what you actually need more.
I remember the first footage I did, the first show I did. I told Jayson, this is the show I did. Like, where's Stanley? Jayson was looking, where are you? You know, it was like I was lost somewhere.
Please, Stanley.
It was just a dark corner.
Sometimes you see the movement, you be like, oh, there's a person. Yeah, right.
Because even I couldn't see myself. Can you imagine? So this is the effect we're talking about. If you see you don't have good lighting, and it's gonna affect, you know, the image, your image. The people will not see you, like have a good view of you, and so on. The better.
The beton.
Yeah. You guys have been with me from day one.
Yeah.
It's like you're fishing fishing, like you're fishing out the best in me.
Thank you.
How does it feel as to fish out the best in me? What, because I see you guys telling me, oh, the better, okay, this one is every day you keep reminding me of the past show and like the improvement, and see that like it's getting like. How do you guys feel about the improvement? Is it kind of like an inspiration to you guys, or something else?
You can start if you want.
It's definitely also an inspiration. It's always an inspiration if you see something is starting and then developing, and also in a quite fast pace, because every video is just like a step up. So it's very exciting for me, and it's very motivating actually. Me and doing more also my own things and videos, and going a bit away from doing everything so perfect, just starting, and you will develop it from there. So
yeah, I think we're fun and great team in a way, because we get learn so much from it, and we have some knowledge already, but you're also so brave and you don't think so much. You just want to do something, and we try to make it happen. So it's like a perfect combination.
Maybe you should check your lineage. Maybe Jayson, you're related somehow. Maybe your grandfather was, who knows? You can check. You can Google the lineage of your
do a DNA,
and you see that this is the another version, of Jayson. This is
it can be next week's show. The DNA results came out.
Okay, viewers, this is what I call, the power of people of creative mind. You guys might see me here, coming here with this fancy dress or dressing like this. You don't know that the people who are behind it, they're these two guys. They can do it for you also. This is what we call the power of entrepreneurship. We talk about entrepreneurs. We want to go to events to meet entrepreneurs or meet people who have been in those activities. This is kind of like an example of people who can do it from scratch, from nothing to something. And if you watch the previous show and now, then you would know that these guys have done something good. I'm just really talking here. I don't know anything about these lights. Seriously, even the camera. So, thank you so much for this beautiful show.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much.
So, do you recommend people to engage in, right now, the whole, I can say, people who are engaged in social media, they want to have beautiful pictures. They want to have 10,000 likes. They want to have. Is it all about what to you about Photoshop or about good pictures? What makes you think that look at the picture as a good picture, like as a good photo? What do you see in a photo that makes it good to you?
I think
what engagement.
I think it needs to emotionally touch me somehow. That's the best thing that happens when you look at the picture and you feel like thrown back in some, in the past, and you're like, oh yeah, I remember this when I was there, or oh yeah, when I was small I had this, I really love this, or nature places you go out and you be like, oh yeah, I want to go there. It's like it must feel so good to something. I think like this, if it has something like this, then it makes me engage. That's when I feel like it's a good picture.
Okay.
Personally, for me.
I want to engage you. Look at me as a picture now, and think.
What?
I want to engage you. Look at me as a picture now.
It's not work like that.
Yeah.
Look at me as a picture and engage. Maybe you can cry now.
Even though you're so handsome, but it doesn't work.
Yeah. And I think there's lots of different aspects than some of them also, because when at least for me, it's like I know certain things about composition, or then I'll be like, oh, this person really thought about it, because there's these leading lines leading to this house, or oh, there's these lights that are used and that creates this beautiful shadow. So of course then there's also the technical side of things. Yes, exactly, like that. So see, then I feel like this is also a way for me engage how I can say it's a good picture because of it has certain composition, or
Okay, so let's go back now.
Okay.
So the beton.
Okay, we going back.
Yeah. just I've been talking about the bottom. Can you like share more about this show? Like what I know I've asked about this question before, but I didn't get the not that I didn't get, but you didn't elaborate. Like you have been working so much. The editors of the pictures, the video. You know, I mean, what is it inside that you think inspire you so much?
In the picture or in that
No,
show?
in the show that you think that, I mean, people coming here talking about their businesses or it's like a creative mind talking about what they do or try to encourage people. You think is something good that people should be engaged in?
I really don't get this question.
Okay, let me rephrase the question again.
Yeah.
You think you recommend? Let me put it this way: you recommend that
This show
that people should come and like share with what they do. You know.
Yes, of course, always. Like,
Okay.
people should come and share. Like, it's nice because it's like nice for me to see, first of all, other people. Like you get to know other people that do entrepreneurship or whatever, or they are creative, you know, and you can learn from them something. You always can take something away, right?
Yeah.
So, or you can maybe start even connecting with them through the show because you see them. There's maybe the contact. I'll go just write them up, you know.
Yeah, this is like a really easy place to come to have a like talk show. I feel like it's not it's like, how do you say it? It's chill out, but it's still kind of like professional. That you can still get stuff out of it, but it's still like fun to watch and fun to do and good topics to discuss. So
Okay.
of course, join here, send messages to Stanley, and make a booking.
If you want to be part of the show, you just have to, just send a message to me or an email, or you can get to me through the platform on Facebook that you want to like talk about what you do or share about something you want everyone to be part of. Just get to me and I will book you a time to come like this handsome guys.
Yeah, and especially we would like to hear people's stories and what they are at that point and what's their background.
Yeah.
And
Tommy, so I see you guys have been working together, for a while now. What do you guys disagree most about?
disagree.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much nothing.
What's nothing? Why? Why don't you disagree?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I feel like, of course, both of us have like their ways to do stuff and their ways to think about everything. But then again, we are also kind of so excited about everything, and we are just wanting to create stuff. It's all about that. I feel like that we have the possibilities to create stuff. So, yeah. There's no time for arguing when we can use the energy to create stuff.
And I think also it works actually quite well because we are a bit different. Because let's say like photography, like he's more like very like contrasting, dark, and I like this soft. But then on the other hand, it's like really interesting because it sparks my creativity, So I'd be like, oh yeah, let's try it a different way, or like let's see how this could look, and then I get in. So I think that's a nice.
And we actually had a discussion about it yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah, so it's like quite interesting actually to work, but then I think we are still on the level where we both have kind of the same knowledge about what we're doing.
Okay. The reason why I ask this question is, at times when people work alone, they don't really get the best out of themselves. But when they work as a team, they get the best out of themselves. And I've seen it with these guys. I've been a witness. Maybe I've been saying it to them. Working together to them is kind of like, they are like compatible, kind of compatibility. And I encourage you guys also to be, like find someone who you can work with in what you do in your dream.
Definitely.
So
Yeah, you always have to remember, stick with me and I'll stick with you.
Yeah, stick with me and I stick with you.
So
guys, I'm glad that you guys you joined us today this show, and we have been talking about Photoshop and other stuff about the show and so on. And sorry we have come to the end of the show, and I'm so happy that you you guys were part of the show. But before we go, I want to ask this guy, like, what can you say to our viewers, like, to encourage them, or maybe your last word to them, for today?
Stick with us, and we will stick with you.
What about you?
Just be brave. You follow your passion.
Just be brave. Stick with you as you stick with them. Anyway, this is the Betong Show, and I'm glad that you guys were live with me today, and I wish you the best in everything you do. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of the show. You want a hug? You want me to hug you?
Of course.
I do. You always want to feel my hug. Okay.
Yeah, we are out of...
Tommy, you feel my hug. Yeah.
Stand
Have a nice time, and may God bless you. Have it all what you want, and know that you can do everything you want to do. Just be focused and
send requests to this show.
Let us know in the comments what you want to know. Thanks so much.